What's good with you fellas? T-Rey the Collector back here with another video. We got my toy pickups for the month of October, and as you can tell, we are in a completely new setup here. If you watched the Blu-ray haul, I said I was going to go more in depth about the new setup in this video, so we're going to do a little housekeeping, like a young Kyle Peterson, if you will. This month I spent a lot of the month putting together these shelves, getting my display all together. I had a lot of stuff, in storage that wasn't being displayed properly, and stuff that was sitting in boxes that wasn't being displayed properly. So this has been a project I've wanted to do for the past little bit. I've wanted to get my collection displayed nice and proper for a while now, so to finally have that almost done is really nice. I really like the way it turned out. I still need probably 2 more shelves. You can't really see the way this video is, but it kind of goes in a U around the room here, and there's an open space over to this side of me, and to complete the U we're gonna have another shelf on that wall right there. So planning on doing that next week as of filming this, so the next time I do my haul videos that should be done. I'm going to get a shelf for some movie figures. I'm going to have a movie shelf and another shelf just kind of sitting there on the ready, just for, collection expansion purposes. For when I do get stuff and it needs a place to go, that'll kind of be my catch-all shelf. Like I have the combat creatures and some warriors of the animal kingdom pre-ordered, and I think that'll make a good spot for them when they do come in. So yeah, been working on this quite a bit. It's been really nice because work's been stressful this month, so to be able to come home and work on this project has been a nice way to de-stress, if you will. And I've thoroughly enjoyed, even down to building the shelves. Normally I don't really care for doing stuff like that, but knowing that it's all for the betterment of my collection and getting a nice display up, I was really excited to come home and work on that when I did have the chance to after work this past month. I've been opening a ton of figures. I'm typically a mint on card collector, but I've kind of changed that here the last month. It's been really refreshing, honestly. I'm very happy with it. I always thought, once I open these I'm gonna regret it, but I honestly don't. And if you're a mint on card collector, maybe you're thinking about opening some stuff up and you just can't bring yourself to do it, I recommend doing it, especially if you have a place to display. Even Miles here agrees that it looks really good. He's really digging the collection as well. He likes to come in here with me and check everything out. So yeah, like I said, if you're a mint on card collector and you're thinking, I want to open these, I suggest just doing it. It really doesn't bring a feeling of regret like I thought it would. I've actually enjoyed it more. I feel like I'm getting more enjoyment out of the figures. So going forward, I'm probably going to be opening a lot more stuff than I typically would have versus, a couple months ago when I was a mint on card collector for nearly everything. Especially now that I have the space to display them, I think it really helps out being able to open up those figures and get more enjoyment out of them. So yeah, enough with the housekeeping. I'm going to go ahead and get into everything I picked up this month, which isn't a lot because, obviously I was buying shelves and more of the budget went towards that this month. But I still did get quite a bit of stuff through the door, had some pre-orders come in, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that and show you guys what I picked up. The first thing I picked up is a pre-order this month. I don't really collect Funko Pops, but as I said in my last toy haul video, I'm a major Miz guy, and especially this era of the Miz is super nostalgic to me. I was the #1 Miz fan at this time in his career, so to get this Funko Pop I thought was really cool. I've always wanted this red attire in Elite form, we just haven't got it yet. But a Funko Pop of it is really cool too, especially with that iconic I'm Awesome shirt. I had that as a kid. I wore it all the time. So to get this in Funko Pop form I thought was really awesome. And I'm super excited to add this to my Miz shelf, which you can't really see, but it's kind of off under the NXT black and gold shelf here. So yeah, super excited to add this to the Miz shelf and to the collection this month. Up next, we had some Marvel Legend pre-orders come in through the door. A lot of people have been getting these. I'm no different. had to get some Across the Spider-Verse. We got Spider-Punk here. I missed out on the original Spider-Punk, and it has gotten pretty expensive since then, so I'm glad they re-released at least a version of it. It may not be the Spider-Punk and the get-up that I wanted to have on the shelf, but I'm okay with this. I really liked Spider-Punk and Across the Spider-Verse. I thought he was a fun character, so I'm super excited to add even this version to the collection. I think he'll look really good on the shelf up there with Miles, Gwen, and 2099. I think he'll make a nice addition to that, so excited to add him to the collection this month. Up next, already opened this one up, as you can see on the shelf behind me there. I got the Deadpool and Wolverine, the new Wolverine figure that came out in the full getup. It's right here, standing next to Deadpool there. I had to open this up because the day it came in was the day I put this shelf up and kind of got everything going there as far as my Marvel figures. So I was really excited to get this through the door and add it to the shelf. So I went ahead and opened that up and did that. Now we're back into the Across the Spider-Verse new wave that came out. And shout out to Amazon for this bent card here. As you can tell, it is pretty bent up there. It's a good thing I switched to being a off-card collector recently, because this would have really sucked to get as a mint on card collector. And honestly, this was a big reason why I decided, you know what, I'm just going to open my Across the Spider-Verse figures since I have the shelf space, and because, you know, this card does not look great. So it wasn't going to hang on the wall, obviously. When a card's this bent, it's just going to pop off the wall and you'll come into it being on the ground all the time. So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to open all those up anyway. Not a huge deal that this card came beat up, but still. Shout out to Amazon for destroying this package. And another Across the Spider-Verse figure. I got Miles G. Morales, the Prowler. I am very excited about this figure. I love this figure. I'm going to display it with this head right here for now. Once I get that open, it'll make a nice addition to the Spider-Verse shelf I got going on. I say a Spider-Verse shelf, but it's kind of just a catch-all for my Spider-Man stuff right now. But yeah, I'm super excited to get this open and get it displayed. I've seen some people pose it around on Instagram and thought it looked really nice. So I'm excited to get my hands on that and pose it around a bit and get it added to the shelf there. Up next, we got a little AEW action this month. I picked up the Hangman Target exclusive, the Full Gear pay-per-view edition. Very excited to get this. Hangman's one of my favorite wrestlers. I have an entire shelf dedicated to him as well, but it's in my room, so not in here. I'm eventually going to move it in here once I get everything the way I want it. Had to get this. I'm probably going to get another one to open up. These I do like to keep on card. I like to have all of my favorite wrestlers, you know, one of their figures on card, one opened up. Especially with these pay-per-view limited edition packaging, I like to keep one mint on card, so probably going to get another one when Target has a sale, which they typically do for these figures here. I'm going to go ahead and get me another one and open her up. Now we're getting into the TMNT this month. I picked up Pigeon Pete from Tales of the TMNT. Was very excited to finally see this wave at my Walmart. They had just about all of them, but I decided to be conservative this month and go ahead and pick this one up, and I'll pick up all the ones like Crabapult and Lee the Eel. I'll pick those up at a later date when, you know, when I'm done with all this shelf building and stuff like that. I do have the Mutant Mayhem stuff down on the bottom row of this shelf and this shelf. Sorry, it's reversed, so it's hard to tell where I'm at. But the Mutant Mayhem stuff's going to go right there just because I do have a lot of it. So yeah, Pigeon Pete's going to be added to that very shortly. And up next, we got a little more Turtles of Grayskull action. I picked up Stealth Ninja He-Man. I also got Stealth Ninja Leo, but when Big Bad Toy Store shipped him to me, the card was completely off the blister part right here. So I just went ahead and opened him and threw that package away, and he is right there, as you can tell, with the other Turtles of Grayskull, where He-Man will soon be. Yeah, but I picked up this wave, the Stealth Ninja He-Man and Stealth Ninja Leo there. We got those through the door. And lastly, in the same wave, I picked up April O'Neil. I really like this one. I think it's really cool. I'm excited to get it open. I think it'll make a nice addition to the shelf. Hopefully it stands pretty good. I've had the problem with Tila where I'm not sure if it's just the smaller legs on the figure or what, but it has had trouble standing, so I'm hoping that this one is a little bit different and able to stand, especially just since they do have those smaller leg builds. Sometimes they are a little bit harder to stand, but hopefully we're able to get past that and it'll stand and not be falling over every time I walk in here. So yeah, last pickup of the month was the Turtles of Grayskull April O'Neil. And that's it, guys. That's everything I picked up. Like I said, a kind of shorter haul this month just because I did get all the shelves and stuff like that. I'm not expecting a huge month next month either, just because I have my eye on a kind of a pricier thing I want for my movie shelf, and you'll see that in the haul next month. So with getting those last two shelves and that kind of pricier figure, I think I'm just going to kind of be conservative when it comes to what I'm buying and just kind of keep it tight for now and just get a couple of things that are a bit on the pricier side instead of getting, a bunch of things that only run $20 to $30 or whatever that may be. But I'm super excited to get those last two shelves in here and to get that kind of pricier item I'm talking about. Is going to be the first of that line that I bought, so very excited to get that in. And like I said, you guys will see that in the haul next month. And next month gets us closer to Christmas, so obviously going to have to save some money to buy some gifts there. So next 2 months hauls could not be the biggest, but I am going to make up for it by doing an action figure room tour and a complete Blu-ray collection tour towards the end of the year once I get everything situated, because with a lot of these figures coming out of, I had a lot of these figures displayed in my room, and now those are coming out and into here, so the Blu-rays are going up on the shelf that was in my room. So I have those displayed nicely, and I'll be able to show those off in a nice little collection video. And then the same thing for in here, where I'll have everything set up nicely by the end of the year, and we'll be able to show that to you guys and show you guys everything I have, because I do have another shelf that's off in the corner over here. You can't really see it. It's my AEW shelf, and it looks really awesome, I think. So I'll be excited to show you guys that once I do get everything set up the way I would like. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the toy haul for the month of October. What did you guys pick up? And let me know down in the comments below. Did we pick up any of the same stuff? A lot of new releases, a lot of pre-orders shipped this month. Did you get the Turtles of Grayskull figures? Did you get the Spider-Verse figures? What did you get? Just let me know down in the comments below. Did you maybe get a Grail you have been after for a while and were finally able to pull the trigger? I always like hearing about people getting their Grails, so if you did pick up a Grail, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoy your Halloween. Also, let me know if you're dressing up for Halloween. What did you dress up as? I always enjoy that. I didn't have a Halloween party this year, so didn't get to dress up, but I was going to either be Snake Plissken or somebody from the Warriors. I was just going to get the Warriors vest and go as that, so that would have been my costume had I dressed up. Just didn't do it this year. Didn't have an opportunity, but that's alright. Onwards and forwards we go. You don't get to dress up every year once you become an adult. Nobody tells you that. If you've made it this far, please consider clicking subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me for you guys to let me know you're enjoying this content and subscribing to stick around and check out as the collection grows, especially now that I have more room to display stuff. I would love for you guys to stick around and check out and see how that turns out. So if you have made it this far, do consider that. And I am going to go ahead and stop rambling and get out of here, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. You all have been phenomenal. I've been T-Rey, and I will see you in the next one.